Hey everybody, it's Vitaly from Codelivery, and in today's video we are going to talk about the stuff that we as developers do. US agencies sell to your clients, but hardly ever it's being used. So let's look at the Figma designs. It's a Figma design of our website. Something already there, something is not there, but it doesn't really matter. You should be familiar with the concept of custom post types, and here we have a great page which is testimonial archive page, and you can see clearly the grid of testimonials, and then one section, second section, and third section. In most cases, these sections repeats all over like the project. They have the same data all over the project in like a footer part, but not actual footer, rather something between main content that is generated automatically and like actual footer. So it's, for our case, it's some case studies, some block feed, and a call to action. And these three blocks, if you will check the entire design, they repeat. And the data in these blocks repeats, which means that it probably would be wise at least to consider the fact that these are global blocks. So the blocks that are editable in one place and populate content on over like all website. I mean that if user will open this page or this page or this page or this page, he will see the same like three latest blogs or three top popular items in our blog, something like that. If he'll open this page, or this page, he will see the same featured case study. And if he'll open any page with a call to action, like these, it will be the same copy, the same button, the same link. So what a lot of clients want, they want every page to be fully editable. Yeah, I get that. It's fine. But there is no point to make them like fully editable, because this content is auto-populated and these are only defined once. So instead of making this fully editable, just make it as a template where this page hardly ever anybody will touch. And after all, like, you'll save a few hours on this page, few hours on that page. And in some cases, it's really like a deal breaker. Now let's get back to very serious stuff. So the stuff like that can worth a huge amount of work, be a deal breaker for a client, and they will never use it. Long story short, we had a client, we did that for him, and it was not the first time we did a complicated stuff in terms of page settings. So this is like a site. Let's talk about like this block, like media block. I have already added it to a web page, and it's divided on content, media, and then we go to settings. Settings is a part that makes any project like more complicated. Each option means that you define like one layout or two layouts and three layouts, and you start testing them, and then there are some bugs, you start fixing them, and it really drains your time. So like simple section will be done in like X amount of time, and each option will add like 1.25x to that same time. So here we had what we had here. We had like section launcher with this find like default option, and we had separate options for three main elements: a title, a media settings, button, and background settings, which like every part of that involved some extra settings. So it's left, center, right, and then the width of element. And if they want to center that on mobile, because we are thinking about like long-term stuff, make sure that everything is aligned on mobile. But from developer's point of view, all this is useless, because like normal design is like default centered on mobile if it's according to Figma, or it is not centered on mobile and it's like to the left edged. There is no point to make this setting. the whole point of making Figma designs is you define stuff there, and then developers just implement it like site-wise. This stuff, if we'll add 3 blocks of that, one option will be like different, the page will look inconsistent because you have the same block, and like in some places it's centered, in some places it's not. It's very bad situation. Same with the title alignment. It's very bad practice in general, and it makes these sections majorly complicated. And then you select background image, color, like text colors and stuff, and it's like a simple examples to give you like a rough idea. In terms of testing, it will look like we take, and it's like 1, 2, 3, and I think for math, it means that we should multiply. What we should multiply? I think so. If we have 9 options, it means it's 81 variety of general settings. Like how much different variations of the same block could be created with different options, and all this should be tested. Like, I don't know, it's worthless. I saw websites with much more difficult stuff than this. They also require much more difficult documentation to be handed over to client. Client gets very annoyed because even with documentation, not everything is really clear. And even developer, after a while, he like, Vitaly, it's been like 6 months. I opened that project the last time. I have no idea why I did that. At the time he was working on the project, everything looked like straightforward. Everything was clear. But after 6 months, it is not clear yet. And we need to pause the code. We need to check what was going on and how to make things as somebody want, like once in a 6 months. How to fix this approach? Very simple, very simple. We get rid of all these settings, we get rid of all the stuff, and we make like everything workable, but on a very, very simplified way. And I mean, we just get rid of these sections and make sure that everything works exactly as it is in Figma design. And then, if after a while, I don't know, 6 months, a year, client reach out to us and say, hey guys, we're launching a new landing page and we really need slightly different option. And then you add one option. Instead of checking 81 variable of one section in like similar case, you will check 2 of them with the option enabled, which client wants, and option like that was a default. Hope it makes sense and help you to negotiate with client, explain what really takes so much time from the project, and sell more project as usual. It was Vitaly from Codelivery. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe, follow, hit the like button, and write any comments to support this channel. Bye bye.